Welcome back. Got a treat for you guys. I have a 1997-ish Noleen downhill fork, and it's literally just called a Noleen downhill fork to the best of my knowledge, because this one was never sold. It was only for pro riders. People that I've talked to that used to work for Noleen say there's about 20 or 30 of these out there, and I happened to grab one. I think I saw it on a Facebook forum and snatched it up. It's funny, I posted some pictures and people are like, oh sweet, it's a Noleen Chubby. It's a Gervin Chubby. This is not a Chubby. And I know this because here's the Noleen. And here's a Gervin Chubby. This one, 6 inches of travel. This one's 4 inches of travel. This thing is a lot more complex. They were all handmade. Can't find anything online about them. Not much anyway. But the guy that I talked to online, or sorry, on the phone, he basically said, oh, it's literally just a small motocross fork. It takes 7-weight, what is it? 7-weight Maxima fork fluid, and you measure from the top down 110 millimeters to fill it with oil. So we'll tear these two apart, see what we got going on inside. All right, let's go check it out. This thing is so rad. I really wish I could talk to some people who were involved in this project, because it's just well hand built, but also there's definitely some CNC going on here. I mean, the tool paths here are just so awesome. I'm really glad that I got this thing with the axle. All these forks had their own proprietary axles back in the day. You know, like they didn't care what the other guys are doing. They're making their own stuff. What do they care? This one, I'm pretty sure these are adjusters for the damping, these little brass screws, but they both don't turn. And then this makes me a little sad. It's a little bent. Then also this is really kind of slick and weird. 8-sided top caps. I got the old Nipix. That gets the job done. Let's just get into it. This is a neat thing, but also kind of a terrible idea, because you lose that. Yeah, go down to the hardware store and get one of those. So one thing to keep in mind with a lot of this stuff, when I'm making these videos, I've never had this thing apart. So you are going down the path with me. Let's see what we got. Okay, no, it's just a... Cool. Don't lose that one, man. Put this here. Give me something to pry on. It's stiff. The schmutz. I wonder who had this fork. Who was the pro that was riding this fork? Come here, little buddy. Watchmaker, watchmaker, make me a watch. D-shaped. Interesting. That's the other question. Is everything on here metric? Because it's really hard to move. So one thing I always do is I will lay everything out as I take it off. Left and right side, left and right side. It doesn't have to be like that. It's a system that works for me. I think the most important thing is that you just keep track of everything. Take pictures too. I still take pictures every day. Easier to not have to remember. Aha! It's like a motocross fork. Cool. Oh, that smell. So stinky. Are these? Okay, so yep, that's preload. It's too bad everything's so sticky. The adjuster? No. Ow. Toe strap. See which one moves. There we go. Oh no! Come back. So maybe that's why they built this one the way they did. They don't need to take all this off. That's got to be just fighting an O-ring. So this is your preload adjuster right here. And the pins keep the plate lined up so it doesn't spin. So that when you turn the preload adjuster, it pushes that plate down. Oh. A little low on oil. Same. Not really a need for left and right on that one. Oh. Oh. The rods. Not the smoothest. All right. Round 2. spring spacers. Will you turn? If you're turning... Yep, okay. Wow, really? That easy? It's like a Zizix all over again. So if any motocross or motorcycle suspension people are watching this and they want to chime in, tell me if this is normal. Making a cold sweat. So many threads. There we go. Now what do I do? Yeah, so I should probably wear gloves. Wait, so there's an inner tube? That's right, duh. Yeah, there's an inner tube. Hey, new guy. Plug it in, plug it in. Bing. Round 2. Oh, nice. That's so nice. Okay, cool. Oh, stinky. So stinky. I wish you guys could smell this. Just funky old oil. Oh, hang on. That's right, this is gonna be a motocross fork. So they don't just slide apart. What I'm trying to do here is pull the crown off, see if the legs will slide down and out. Because I don't want to mess with these. I'm sure I could probably find them in a motocross shop, assuming that it's a readily available piece. If one goes. Rad. These are rad. This thing is awesome. It's just a coil spring in there. Taper, taper. Gently. Gently. Nice stuff. Real nice stuff. You guys did a good job on this one. So hopefully you'll be able to see this, what's going on down in here. It's just like a Marzocchi. If you've ever taken apart a Marzocchi bomber, you got your dust wiper at the top, and then the middle is an oil seal. As the name implies, it keeps the oil in. The dust wiper keeps the dust out. And then below that's the bushing. Good, good. All right. It's a damper. I think the way this wants to come apart is I got to clamp this to undo that to get it away from the foot. Here's the damper rod. Oh, what is that? Oh, is that a bottom out bumper? Yeah, I guess it would be. You see that oil down there? When you cycle the damper, it pulls it up through the bottom. So you can see how when I pull the rod up, it sucks fluid up inside, and when I push it down, it puts it back. Awesome. That's the pumping. That does the pumping.
Yeah, Hans, that's why it's important that you learn to pose and show off your pump.
There we go. Is that going to be compression? I would assume so. I'm sure to motocross people this is obvious, but this whole thing is new to me. All right, we're going to try this with more heat this time, because it has to be threaded together. There we go. That's better. Shit is so custom. So all this is contained inside the upper tube, which is inside the lower tube. This is going to be your rebound damper. This is your compression damper. As you compress the fork, the oil just circulates, so it just kind of goes in a circle. So when you push your piston down, oil travels pushed by this piston. So when a rebound damper is pushing a compression, it's just pushing fluid. So this is like a check valve that blocks everything and just shoves the fluid. But then it pushes it through this damper, compression damper, which is threaded all the way. It's threaded through this fork bottom into here. And you can see it, yeah, it stops right about here. this O-ring seals the lower half, and then this O-ring seals the upper leg from the whole system. So when you push the fluid, it comes down. It actually has to go through the damper, the compression damper, and then it pushes all of it through these 4 holes and then out and back up that inner tube, which is, again, a combination of this and that. All the oil sits down in here. The adjuster's down inside here. I don't know if you can see that. And then same thing with this. When you turn your rebound knob, you're basically turning this thing in and out, which pushes down here, and that controls your how open or closed your rebound is. So when you push the fluid this way, that's the compression cycle, and the piston goes like this. And then when the fork springs push back on the legs, now the oil, since it's been going in this direction, it needs to go back through this port, the rebound port, and this is this adjuster controls how open or closed your rebound is. So we'll take these apart and see what they look like inside. Valve with the spring, check spring, and then we take the compression shims. So I think this adjuster is just stuck, like it's because this isn't supposed to come out with it. Otherwise, every time you adjusted it, you would just lose all your oil. This is a top out bumper. So that sits here. So when you top out, you can see the rubber bumper. That way it doesn't make a whack when you top out. So this is your rebound valving. Pretty advanced mountain bike tech for like 97. I'm sure it was not cheap to make. Check valve, check spring. Relatively simple, but also pretty complex. I mean, somebody had to draw all this up and make all these pieces and then have them anodized and have them, you know, have tolerances figured out. And I mean, this is a big project. It's crazy that they did this for, like, from what I've heard, it's between 20 and 30 forks. I don't know how much this would have cost to make, but none of these went to the public, so they didn't really make any money off this. And I don't think any of this ever got developed. To the best of my knowledge, nothing ever got used with this. Like, they made this really cool fork, and then that was it. But that's also mountain bike racing. You know, the team's money comes and goes, and then stuff like this ends up on a Facebook forum for some dork like me to buy. So, okay, I'm going to stop there for tonight, and then later on I'll do part 2. We'll put it all back together and see what happens when we put oil inside. Because before, when I had this together, it wasn't working. Like, compression and rebound weren't doing anything. So I think cleaning it up, when you have dirty valves like this, they don't work right. When you have this much crap inside here, you're going to get crap stuck in your adjusters and your ports, and it just doesn't work right. Hence why you should maintain your forks and shocks. They want to be rebuilt all the time. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Click like, please subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I will see you guys soon.